Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ready, Set, Spread. It's week 14. We got a special guest this week. Ace Trizzle's in the house. Round 2. Leveled up his mic game, so exponential growth this podcast based on our guest levels.
Yes, sir.
Went through loud, proud, ready to rock.
Whoa. That was clear. That was clear.
I hope so.
Crystal.
Last time I was rocking with the AirPods, upgraded my mic game, so hopefully when this YouTube video comes out, coming through live, clear, and in your ear.
Now the AirPods are just for show. It's just a style game at this point. Flex off.
Let's test out that mic, huh, Ace? I got a question for a special guest this week. Do you feel pretty good about the Niners this year so far? How do you feel about the Niners?
We're just getting right to it. Okay. I have the exact same amount of confidence level I had prior to the Jimmy G injury. So I'm feeling pretty good. I actually, on the last time I came on here, said I would take Cooper Rush over Jimmy Garoppolo. And, for a while, that was looking like a terrible take. But now that it's coming back around, I don't see Cooper Rush breaking his foot against
No.
in the last
Sturdy.
game. That dude's made a what, Copper's pretty strong. So
Do you see
Copper's
Purdy going to GOAT status?
He looked confident. Very confident.
Kyle Shanahan has been actually molding this dude into the perfect quarterback since the day he stepped on the team. Mr. Irrelevant. I'm not sure what pick number that is. It's like 200 and something.
256.
Yeah.
256 for Brock Purdy. Dude was a beast in college. Went to Iowa State, I'm pretty sure.
He did.
Iowa State.
He did.
Yeah. Dude's a legend at Iowa State. He's made a steal. He looks like a senior in high school. But I have 100% confidence that we're going to probably lose in the first round of the playoffs, depending on who we play. And that was, when we had Jimmy G, I was thinking we were going to maybe lose in the second round of the playoffs because he can normally get us through probably like the Minnesota Vikings if we play them or the Cowboys. But once we play the Eagles, that's the only team I'm
Play the
really
Bucks.
afraid
You
of
play the
in
Bucks
NFC.
next
Play the
week, right?
Bucks, yeah.
Yeah, Tom
At
Brady. Tom Brady was in the NFL, got drafted, and then like a couple months later, Purdy was born. So
Is that right?
that's
Is he
fact.
born?
He was born the same year that Tom Brady was actually drafted.
That's insane.
That is insane.
I have a good preview for our they're one of my picks for one of our later segments. I don't want to give it away too early.
Yeah.
Let's not jump into the meat and potatoes yet.
Save
I
that
don't wanna
money
get too
load for
deep.
later.
I have a second question for our guest. If you had to rate your fantasy season from 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
Am I bringing in all of the leagues that I'm in, or just the one that we're all in?
Just the one that we're all in.
Yeah, I'd give it it's probably one of my most disappointing seasons in the last. I mean, how long have we been doing this? Like 8 years now.
At least.
Yeah.
Probably the highly most disappointing season. I had one of my favorite teams, had top 5 guys across the board. I'm like second in points in the league, and
Yeah.
I am fighting to be not in last place.
Third, actually.
So would you say you choked?
Did you pass me by like 5 points?
I passed you, bro.
I mean, that's all me and you talk about at this point because I'm in what, like 10th, you're in 9th, and the only thing that I can hang my hat on is the fact that I've scored a shit ton of points, but lost a lot of close games. It's been a roller coaster.
It's been disgusting to say the least.
Yeah, I guess we can transition to Bernie over here. How does it feel to have a heartbreaking loss to your co-host that booted you out of playoffs?
It didn't feel good.
Ooh.
I was definitely devastated. When I was watching the games, I thought that I had the lead. I was actually shit-talking you, telling you that your players were underperforming, and I felt really good about it.
You were killing me,
dude. Karma came back and bit my ass right there. I knew it was over when I was making chicken wings, and I was preheating the air fryer, and I was looking at my iPad, and I was like, anything can happen in this game as long as Herbert doesn't throw like a deep bomb to like Keenan Allen. I'm good. It's
On
like
fourth and 12.
4th and 12 rolls out. I see a 50-yard bomb, and I just hear the announcer say, "Oh, Keenan Allen in the back of the end zone." I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" He catches the ball wide open. At that point, it was over, and I actually got really angry, and I stopped watching the games. I didn't watch the game with I didn't watch the Sunday night game. I didn't care what Pollard did. I didn't care if he fucking was gonna get me. That was bullshit. This year has been insane. I want to put my vote in the hat that we need to switch up the league next year for draft order and because my tinfoil hat's coming out right now. This is some bullshit. What are the odds? Hold on. I'm still talking. Okay.
Okay.
The saltiness right here is ridiculous. What are the odds that Crispy, my co-host, has 2 back-to-back seasons of where he's projected 12th place, does shit the whole season, and then squeaks into the playoffs on the fucking final week
and wins?
Bullshit.
Okay, and that leads
to Chris while I lost my fantasy playoff hopes. Chris called me and just jinxed the shit out of me. Like he calls me and he's like, dude, Michael Gallup just scored, and I'm like, no, you're fucking lying. I'm like, I honestly didn't even want to watch the game because I had CeeDee Lamb. Dude, I'm playing has Michael Gallup. I have Olave on Monday night, and I'm like, you know what? As long as CeeDee Lamb can just get like 10 more points than Gallup hasn't done shit all year.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to Chris go, oh, Gallup in the end zone, and I'm like, you're fucking lying. I walk out. They're highlighting CeeDee Lamb because he was a decoy on the route. So I think CeeDee Lamb scored, and then I just watched Michael Gallup catch a shallow cross. And then just to cap the game off in like garbage time. Well, actually, I don't know if it was garbage time, but they were up. He didn't need to fucking score that touchdown, to be honest.
Yeah.
Michael Gallup gets his second touchdown, and that essentially ended my fantasy season. Didn't even watch the Monday night game. I needed 18 points out of Olave, and I didn't want to put myself through the pain of watching the fucking Saints offense just struggle, which I knew was coming because they're playing the Bucks. But I couldn't put myself through the heartbreak, the disappointment on a fucking Saints receiver. So I actually watched the last like 5 minutes of the game to watch the comeback. But besides that, yeah, I couldn't watch, and you jinxed me, bro.
My bad.
You're a piece of shit.
I want to apologize to both of you, but I'm going to turn it back to Bernie over here. I have a second cue for you regarding the Monday Night Football game. Did that Monday Night Football with the Saints losing a lead in the last 3 minutes of the game contribute to your emotional devastation this week?
No, actually, I had already been kind of numb since Sunday. So Monday night coming into that game, I pretty much knew what was going to happen. I called a last-second drive by Tom Brady right off the bat. So I'm not disappointed at all. I'd rather just lose games than get some draft picks, even though we don't even have one. But tank for the team. Once I saw Mark Ingram run out of bounds on that play where he could have had a first down easily, and then they like went out on plays that drive, and then Tom Brady drove down and scored, I was like, he's not even trying. They're not even trying, dude. They don't even want to win.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say
if you had Shaneed, bro, you would have won.
Yeah.
Can someone please tell me what happened to the Saints' first-round pick? What did you guys? Did you guys get in trouble again or something, or like what's going on?
We traded it, I think, the year before, to the Eagles. Somehow we like lost our best DB and they got our first-round pick. So there was some finagling that went on, and we lost on that side of the finagling.
Yeah. It sounds like you have the Rams formula, but without the Super Bowl. Well, you got the Super Bowl with Drew Brees, so.
I don't get why don't they just trade every single year their next year's first round pick so we could just get it's a just infinite first round pick glitch where we just have limited first round picks every single year.
Like the
Eagles.
Eagles.
Has that not been done yet? It should be a thing.
It should be.
But yeah, H, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I really needed you tonight. You were my rock. I didn't want to go down on this consolation bracket shit by myself. So thank you for joining us.
Well, Chris is gonna be with us too. So
yeah, I mean, I'm the top of the consolation bracket. This is the toilet bowl, the king of the toilet bowls right here. I'm in 7th place. I just knocked Bernie out of playoffs. If he would have won, he would have been in a wonderful position to be in playoffs. But still, you would have been behind Nicholas, or I don't want to dox him, but our Wall Street boy. Equity boy.
If I bodied Animal this week, I'm gonna be heated because I knew I would have got in.
Yeah. Sorry guys. Let's play for the toilet bowl, the real bracket this year. Let's transition to ready, set, spreads of the week. We got spreads of the week for week 14. Ace, who's your spread of the week?
My spread of the week is, I think. Wait. I got something coming in.
Wait a minute.
Breaking news.
Oh, my voice is out. Beep, 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 beep,
In a place that got about 6 feet of snow a couple weeks ago. The weather's clear. We're going clear skies in Buffalo. It's going to be cold. I'm going Buffalo Bills over the Jets. It's going to be. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Actually, wait. Update again to the weather report. Possible light rain in Buffalo. We're looking at 39 degrees. I'm going Buffalo Bills over the Jets. I believe the spread is -9.5. I think the Bills are going to come out and make a statement against the Jets. Bills, in my opinion, kind of got robbed. This one. The last play of the game, Gabe Davis, Sauce Gardner. I feel like it left a bad taste in a lot of Bills fans. Josh Allen's going to be pissed off. He's going to be playing wild, loose. Elbow's getting better. They don't have Von Miller, which is going to be an issue, but I think this is the game that Mike White kind of comes crashing back down to earth. I love the guy, fairy tale, but I think this is the week that they start considering putting back in Zach Wilson after Mike White probably throws like 2 or 3 interceptions. Bills win by 21 points. Give me 9.5 Buffalo Bills in the rain.
9.5. That's a crazy spread they're giving them, even though they lost this season already to them.
Yeah, that's a big spread. I like the energy though, for sure.
For the Jets though, I
They're
don't
a
know.
tough team.
Mike White, we have a small data pool we're pulling from about Mike White crashing to the universe. He did it last year, but he did get injured. He's healthy. Mike White.
Last week they were going against one of the worst defenses in the league against the Minnesota Vikings. They're 31st, I think, in total yards. I mean, they're giving up points to everybody, and they kicked 5 field goals to open the game. And then we're able to muster up a crazy Mike White, like 1 yard line, 4th and goal touchdown that had to go to review. I mean, I don't see it. I feel like there's going to be too much pressure. There's too much playoff implications for Mike White this week. I think the Bills are going to kick the shit out of the Jets.
I could see
I like that take.
I like that take. Bernie, you got a spread this week?
I do. The spread isn't vindictive or anything to do with last week's fantasy matchup, but I do have the Dolphins -3.5 at the Chargers on Sunday Night Football. Tua. Everyone's disrespecting him this year, it's like every time he does good, they have big games, they still put him down. And last week was his worst performance so far. He was playing the Niners, very strong defense. They kind of make their bread and butter off of intermediate routes to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, but the pass rush of the 49ers was too strong. This week, Chargers defense, nowhere near the caliber of the 49ers defense pass rush. So I believe that the Dolphins will shred the Chargers come Sunday night. 3.5 points.
I don't want to believe it, so I won't, but I like the take.
You think Tua has a bounce back game?
I think he has a bounce back game just because how many people have been against Tua when he has one bad game. He's been dominating all season. He has one bad matchup against a really strong defense. He loses everybody. Public vote is away from Tua. So this week I'm going against the public. All of the dynamics that people are thinking that Tua is, and we didn't show him a 700 play performance of all of his highlights for no reason. The dude can play. He's good in crunch time. It's a prime time game. It's prime time Tua.
Do you think it's more Mike McDaniel or do you think it's Tua?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, every Batman has Robin, but in this scenario, there's 2 Batmans. So,
because if it's more Tua, I think he has a better chance. Or actually, if it's more Mike McDaniel, I feel like they have a better chance of bouncing back because he was going against his dad, Kyle Shanahan.
Exactly. They know he knows how to beat him. He knows what his weaknesses are. This matchup is going to be different because Tua is a good quarterback, and he does struggle with pressure in his face, but which quarterback doesn't? There's no quarterbacks besides, like, Lamar Jackson and, like, OG Russell Wilson that were good under pressure. So...
And I think that game's gonna be balls to the wall. I'm predicting a lot of 4th down conversions in that game. I'm gonna call at least 4 4th down conversions in that game.
From who?
At least 4.
Herbie.
Between the two. I'm gonna go at least for the game total 4 4th down conversions.
They're both ride or die teams.
And someone is gonna go for 4th and 5 from their own 35-yard line. Just book it.
Probably the Chargers. I could see that.
Yeah,
he's gonna get it too.
They're gonna be trying to keep up with points, and I feel like that's where the Chargers are gonna fall behind. The Dolphins are gonna come out and score early. It's gonna put pressure on Brandon Staley, and he's gonna be going for it on 4th down from his own
That's when they thrive,
38-yard
though.
line.
They do thrive in that scenario.
They do.
Is Mike Williams back? Do we know?
No, I don't think so.
Nah,
Yeah, I would take the Dolphins too. For some reason, I feel like Herbert's a lot better quarterback when he has Mike Williams in. Just
That big body on the outside.
No
He actually Keenan Allen is his premier target, but it is nice having a big body on the outside just because it's such a matchup problem with corners.
I feel like he bails him out on a lot of big 3rd and 4th downs. But so does Josh Palmer.
Herbert he gives his players chances. He does throw it deep and just kind of hopes for the best, which is good. Especially when you have a cannon like that and you can like bring people back into games. But yeah, the public is so off of Tua this week. Like I haven't seen one positive thing about Tua. So I just think that everybody is just gonna be jumping ship on him, and this is the perfect time for capitalization.
And Tua, I think if I had to pick a player that I look most similar to, I think I'd have to go with.
You got a little. You're
He's probably one of the most handsome players in the NFL too.
Yeah.
Either Tua or Russell Wilson, somewhere in between those two. I think I'd rather stick with Tua though, because Russ is cooking up dog shit over him.
Yeah. Hey, if there's any team in the NFL that knows how to play the Dolphins, it's the Chargers. The Chargers have seen Tyreek Hill for many years and speed receivers. Could they stop him? No. But they can contain him.
Who's gonna cover Zeke and Waddle? I don't even know who on the Chargers defense.
Asante, Sant, and Michael Davis.
I hear a lot of hesitation in your voice already, so I feel really confident in my pick.
All right, well,
Hey, I'm not gonna say that this was an attack on last week's fantasy matchup. I truly believed in this favorite. I promise you. No vindictiveness coming from my end.
I feel like you have a personal vendetta here, but I'm just gonna proceed to my spread this week. I got the Bengals -6 against Massage Watson. Massage Watson did not throw a single touchdown or score a single offensive touchdown at all against the Houston Texans. That is insane. He now plays the Cincinnati Bengals. They have a pretty solid D. I think they're going to put up a ton of points also on the Browns. As long as they got the protection right, I think Cincinnati should go off and cover that spread.
Do you think the accusers are going to show up to this game too?
I hope so.
I hope his fans show up. He's got only like 10 fans showing up, but he should have 27.
Apparently, like 10 of the accusers showed up to the game.
10 of 66. That's a good ratio.
Did they all wear number 4 jerseys or?
No, they wore their like massage therapist gear. They even brought tables just in case, just to prepare for the situation that he went down.
They found out after he got the $250 million.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, we'll be there.
We're gonna buy one get one deal this time.
Yeah, big bogos on the therapy this weekend. But I don't know. I thought he looked pretty decent coming back on week 13, and the defense he was playing had 13 weeks of freshness. Like they're ready to go. They're in mid to late season grind. Like they're all ready to go, ready to hit, ready to attack. Like you in football, you can't just come back on week 1. You remember how ugly week 1s are in the NFL? It's disgusting. So much sloppy play.
He could have played a lot worse.
He was bad.
Yeah,
he could have played a lot worse. I mean, he
played really well.
He did throw one really bad interception
in the end zone. That was horrible.
But I mean, the dude hasn't played football in over 2 years.
It looks like when he threw that pass, it looked like he threw his whole body into that throw to put some power on it, and it still came off his hands so slow. It was insane. If you watch that play, no pressure.
Well, maybe he was tightening up.
I think he eased up a little bit once he realized he was throwing it directly at the safety.
Dude, I don't think so, dude. It was a full body torque if you watch the play.
You see
what happens when Deshaun Watson plays tight?
He did have a blitzer in his face, though.
He did not have a blitzer in his face. It's literally streaming all over Instagram. It's so bad, dude.
Well, when he plays tight, you see what happens. Put the therapist out there.
Yeah. Well,
he needed a halftime massage.
Did anyone get a photo? Did anyone get a photo of the 10 massage therapists that showed up on? Were they attractive women? I can't say. Huh?
They'll take a group pic.
I don't know. I'm not gonna make any bold claims, but 66 massage.
They're all just cowering and pointing and at the camera.
What do you guys envision of average this out 66 massage therapists from the Houston area? What would you kind of? I don't know. I don't see them being upper echelon type massage therapists.
I think
like the third biggest city in Texas.
You think he
Yeah.
went for like the kind of older, like
Maybe
stuff
the
like-
there?
dudes, bro.
He's
Don't
got a little
judge.
Zach
I mean, it could be
Wilson.
anybody.
He's at like
dudes.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's mom was the massage
Yeah.
therapist. She flew down.
Oh, jeez. All right,
Jeez.
well, thank you guys for your spreads of the week. Let's start with our dogs of the week. We got some hungry dogs this week. I know we all dogs here. Ace, who's your dog of the week?
So my dog of the week, big news around the NFL sent shockwaves through every team, every city, every fan. Baker Mayfield has been claimed off of the waiver wire to the Los Angeles Rams. I think this was a move to keep him away from the 49ers. We would have became the most dangerous team in the NFL if we could have added Baker Mayfield. So I'm going to go with the Rams +6 against the Raiders on Thursday Night Football. It's going to be in Los Angeles. A lot of pressure on the Raiders. I feel like this is where their playoff hopes kind of just take a real shitty turn and just crash into the side of that, what is it, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. I heard is there a scandal with Al Davis? Didn't he have like some I heard he was like had some dime piece with him. There
That
was a
bowl
scandal.
cut.
He had some.
That bowl
He
cut's a
had, like,
scandal.
I heard he had some dime piece with him at the. So it wasn't a scandal. Sorry. Dude looks like
Just
a
a
haircut
Oompa
scandal.
Loompa, dude.
That haircut's a massive scandal.
She's just like all over him.
Yeah, I heard. It was secondhand, so.
Yeah.
The
gotta
girl
go back
just
and look at
the
footage.
girl just has a bowl on his head and she's just cutting his hair like in the crowd.
But Baker Mayfield brings energy. Dude brings a chip on his shoulder, and all of his teammates, right?
You think he's gonna be ready by then?
They love him. He's not gonna play.
Oh, so you
I'm
think
just talking
the
pure
morale,
energy.
the
Pure-
morale itself? Yeah.
Yes, and it's Thursday night. Raiders are riding high. This is the perfect letdown game for them to just blow it against the Rams. Give me the Rams Thursday Night Football at home. Baker Mayfield. He's gonna turn this whole team around.
Why would they claim him? I mean, do you think it was? That actually makes sense now that you
Obviously
say.
want a quarterback, yeah.
Huh.
But what? Just take L's on the season. You're not gonna make the playoffs.
Their backup quarterback got injured,
So
so
they
they
just-
had to put back in. I think it was Perkins, and that dude is. Ooh.
So they basically took him
No,
to straight
they
his
have
body, not even for like
Wardor for
morale or like
whatever.
skill level. They just like we need a body
Wolford.
out there.
Wolford.
No, yeah, I think they also didn't want the 49ers to claim him low key, so they were like, let's scoop him up. Even though I don't know what
How does
really
that
does for
affect
them.
the Niners at all? Purdy's nice, dude.
They're just haters. Dude. We're in the
Uh,
same division.
Could you imagine McCaffrey's reaction if they drafted Baker? He's like, no,
That's what-
no.
That would have been honestly. I kind of wanted this.
Yeah.
This dude's fucking following me.
McCaffrey's just like,
Get away from
get
him.
the fuck away from me, dude.
Oh my
Stop.
god.
Just because we're both shorter dudes doesn't mean we need to be friends.
Yeah.
My dog of the week, yeah, Jalen Ramsey, Devontae Adams, gonna be a good matchup. That's all I gotta say. Baker Mayfield,
I like that pick.
Rams.
He's dangerous.
Purely off morale.
Purely a morale pick.
Pure morale pick, dog.
When you corner an animal, they don't have a choice, man. They're a wounded tiger.
When
And
you have a-
Baker Mayfield is the ointment.
What do you
on that
do?
wounded tiger.
What do you do as an animal when you're in the corner and you feel attacked? You lash out. That's what Baker does. You
That's all it
attack.
is.
You lash out and you attack the closest person to you. You drive flags in the middle of the 50-yard line. You grab your nuts, pointing vigorously at the opponent.
And then you stake your flag right in the center of the field.
That's it.
That's an alpha. Bernie, who's your dog of the week?
It's actually a good transition because I'm going as we're talking about the Panthers. This is what always happens. Every time a quarterback leaves and there's just up in the air controversy of who's playing quarterback, that team shows up the next week. The Panthers already did it this season when Baker got injured and PJ Walker came in. So I do really like the Panthers at the Seahawks. I think that's a good matchup. It's unexpected. It's almost like when you go dog, you got to go polar opposite of what everyone's thinking. And Panthers, they don't have that dog in them, but they might this week just because of the bad news. Everyone's just off them this week.
I have a question. How is Sam
Who's the
Darnold?
starting?
Yeah, Sam Darnold's going to start that game for sure.
He is. He is the starting quarterback, and PJ Walker is the backup. I think Sam Darnold is going to show out this week.
Let's just show out. Let's start there.
250 yards from Sam Darnold.
He literally, I'm sure it rains a lot in New York, and not even New York, New Jersey. It rains a lot in MetLife Stadium, and he did not perform well. So that alone makes me a little sus about that pick. But, respect, bro. It's your dog.
Expect the unexpected with dogs.
All right. I respect it. I'm actually going to be in Seattle this week. Game Time sending me out there. I didn't get tickets to the game, but they're just flying me out there. So I'll probably catch it at a bar. Who knows?
You're a morale guy for sure.
Thank you,
Can you
Game
use some
Time.
reconnaissance on Sam Darnold? Make sure he's not getting any mono in the streets because this is really important for my dog.
Yeah, I will
dude's
make
gonna
out
be
with
a-
Sam Darnold at the club. I promise.
Yeah, he's gonna be making
Only
out with some
Herbert.
liberals at some like Seattle crying bar.
Hennessy is in Laguna Beach. That guy.
That bar does go hard.
A lot of mono flying around over there.
He's pretty funny. I just saw a video. He was on like somebody's podcast recently, and they were playing this game where he would like list people's names if they were cool or not, and he had to just say like cool or not cool, and he did think some people were cool, but that he went pretty hard on some people. And was like not cool, guy's weak. I can't remember the
Like
names.
NFL athletes or celebrities?
Yeah, like other NFL players.
Okay.
And like a couple of the names that he was like not cool. That was pretty hilarious.
It's like Dan Orlowski.
Oh no,
Not
the biggest
cool.
one I remember. They went through some names and they were like they got to Derek Carr and he's like not cool.
Oh my God.
He threw massive shade on Derek Carr.
Yeah, I could see that. The ugly pirate. My dog of the week, I would say, is the Chargers. I know you guys are hating on the Chargers this week. This feels like a must-win game for the Chargers, and they're so inconsistent, but they always perform so well in primetime that I think they might actually win this game. They're going to catch everyone off guard.
They perform well in primetime, but what do? They cover.
They cover. You're right. They do cover. Did they not win in primetime recently? No. They lost to the Niners. They lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Chiefs again. They've had 3 primetime games that I can knock off, and they lost all 3. I'm still going to ride with them. Still going to ride.
Talking.
Herbert, I'll give you mono.
You just blew everyone away with that take.
You guys saw that coming?
I didn't see it coming from a mile away.
It's plus 143 if you guys want to bet it now. I wouldn't, knock you if you did. It's a pretty good bet.
Your fantasy team's riding on that game too, so.
Yeah.
Offensively, they should show out. The Dolphins' defense is pretty ass.
I think it'll be a high-scoring game for sure. But it is.
You putting Josh Palmer in the lineup this week?
I am. I'm a little worried about Xavier Howard, but I don't think he's gonna follow both of them around. You know what I mean?
You should definitely put Josh Palmer in your lineup this week.
I am, dude. I'm starting him.
You should trade for Eckler.
I have to because Christian Watson has a bye, so it's more. I have to, not that.
Oh my God, that Christian Watson end around for the 45-yard touchdown is so annoying, dude. When a receiver gets a rushing touchdown, or actually, yeah,
any touchdown, bro.
It's just any touchdown over 40 or 50 yards is just a huge gut punch.
Dude,
I had 2 of those, bro, at the end of the game, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, Michael Gallup had 23 yards and 2 touchdowns. That just ripped my heart out of my chest.
I want to say something about Michael Gallup. They literally were on
23 yards.
His first touchdown. Right. They were like, it was like 1st and 1. And they threw a fade to Michael Gallup.
Both of them were like 2-yard touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like the dude literally scored like from the 2-yard line and then like the 4-yard.
Yeah, and you literally have Zeke. You have Zeke at running back, and you're not just gonna punch it in.
They could have scored any way they wanted to, and they were just like, we're gonna feature Michael Gallup today for fucking just because we're gonna get this dude some confidence because we're playing the dumpster fire Colts. So
that's the worst is when your team is playing somebody else and you each have a player on that team and yours is like unanimously the far better player, like it's not even close, and the other player just does better. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, boys. I feel like you guys are really feeling it still. Let's get into our favorite faves. Wait,
well, hold on a sec. Chris called me for 2 days straight and I didn't pick up once. This is the first time we've talked.
I know.
I couldn't even deal with it.
What did I text you? You better not call in sick on Tuesday.
I was about to, dude. I was like, it was like the 49ers and the Saints back in the day. I just like randomly get mono, dude. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick everybody out of your house.
I got bronchitis, dude. I can't make it to the pod.
That was tough. Remember the miracle in Minnesota? The Minnesota Miracle?
I've still never recovered.
You invited us all over, and
Yeah.
That
You
was
guys should so for this portion of the podcast, Chris, you should throw in 2 highlights of the Vernon Davis touchdown, and then follow that up with the Stephon Diggs touchdown.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. This might be the week. This might be the
throw
week I
the
learn
big
how to
thing
do
in.
that, right?
Throw on those clips real quick. Give it 10 seconds, and I'll try and muster up a tear.
Okay.
I think I got one. I really just gotta keep my eye open for a long time. It starts to dry out. Just like fucking demon stare. All right, it's gone.
Let's get into our favorite fave.
Legs.
Let's get into our
Sideline. Diggs.
and he's gone.
Oh my god. All right.
Marcus
So,
Williams. Choke.
That dude got paid. That dude got paid fat. You know, they were like, hey, if you miss this tackle in 3 years, we're going to trade you to the Ravens and you're going to get paid fat. Who would sign a dude after missing that tackle? He was actually pretty good. He had a lot of
He
interceptions.
actually is playing really well on the Ravens. Before he got injured, he
was leading the league in interceptions for like the first like 6
Was
or 7
Gardner
weeks.
Johnson on that team too?
If he didn't get injured,
Every defensive player we have, when they leave, they just start to ball. I swear to God.
Marcus Williams was going to be a Pro Bowl safety if he didn't get injured.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Him.
He was playing out of his mind.
Deuce. We always trade him to the Eagles too. Malcolm Jenkins.
Malcolm Jenkins.
Hurtful.
Let's get into our favorite fave, guys.
We already did favorite fave. Over.
No, that was our dog.
We did spread. We did spread.
Oh.
and dogs.
We did spread dog. Let's get into our favorite fave. Who's
Alright.
your favorite fave, Ace?
You know, I've been having actually a pretty tough time with this one. So, are we bringing in spread to account when we pick our fave?
Yeah.
They're favorited.
It's gotta be a spread.
They got to cover the spread.
Yeah.
No. They don't have to.
We're a spread.
They
I
just
thought we were
have to
a
win.
spread podcast.
It's a money line. Favorite fave is just money line favorited team.
Moneyline favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
If we're just going moneyline, because if we were just going fave, including the spread, I was gonna go Vikings. But if we're going just moneyline, give me the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. I kind of think that the Giants are in a little bit of a downward spiral. They're kind of showing their true colors. Tied the Commanders. I think the Eagles are really going to send a gut punch to the Giants this week. It's looking like it's going to rain. I'm thinking this game is probably going to last like 2.5 hours because they're just going to be running the shit out of the football. But when it comes to the quarterback, Daniel Jones seems like the kind of guy that's just going to cough up the football like 3 or 4 times in the rain. He's been pretty good on managing the turnovers, but a lot of pressure in this game. I think Brian Daboll is going to bring these dudes ready to go. I mean, they're ready to play every week, but the Eagles just seem like a far superior team. And the way they've been playing the last couple weeks after just dominating the Titans. You know what? The Giants actually beat the Titans. I think that was week 1 in like a nail biter. But I mean, I think this is where the Eagles really just pull away in the division. I think they have 2 games on the Cowboys right now. It's going to be a lot of running, but I think Jalen Hurts is going to show out. I think Miles Sanders is going to have a good game. I say the Eagles rush for about 250. Daniel Jones turns the ball over 2 or 3 times. Eagles win by. I mean, I'll even take the spread -7. And the only reason I'm kind of because it's a divisional game later in the year, but I think this is where the Eagles really step on the Giants' throat.
Yeah, Saquon has been looking like he's had like a multiple knee surgeries of recent. He's not like the start off the season Saquon. He's like the post 2 ACL surgery Saquon.
I'm calling it. There's going to be at least like 20 read option plays. If you throw in the RPOs, yeah, at least 20 RPOs, read options. I'm calling a fumble on the mesh point on a read option from Daniel Jones to Saquon.
Lock in these player props. You know what would be an interesting formation the Dayball should run, just because Danny Dimes got the wheels. The white Vic, Vanilla Vic out there. They should have Saquon out at shotgun, and have Danny Dimes either right next to him or kind of I formation, and just take it like I formation, just right up the gut. He's a big dude. It'd be pretty hard to tackle Danny Dimes coming.
Why don't they just run? Why don't they just run Wildcat the whole game with like their backup running back in the rain?
Because defenses are Because defenses are fast and smart, and they don't fall for like trickery as much as like high school and college. So
But it's gonna
Wildcat
be
would be
raining,
fast.
and like, what do you think Danny Dimes is really gonna do in the rain?
Well, yeah, if it's raining, then they know they're not going to pass that much.
Yeah.
So it'd be easy to just load the box and just take them out.
Hmm. I like
Slayton's
that.
looking pretty good though. Yeah, but
Slayton
no,
is looking good.
I think it's a good pick. All right, for my fave, uh, I thought we were a spread podcast, so I did a spread one. But we it doesn't matter. We could do
Oh,
whatever
you're
we
picking
like
the favorite fave on a spread.
on a spread. Yeah, my
Okay,
favorite
that's cool.
fave this week is the Lions. Their offense recently has been clicking super hard. Vikings defense has looked a little booty. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. Oh
But
wait,
the
fuck.
Lions are favored.
They're
Yeah,
favored by
minus
minus
2.5.
two.
What?
Yeah,
At
and
2.5.
that's the exact reaction of why I'm taking the Lions is because so many people are going to be jumping on the Vikings with a dog pick. They're going to try and get that money line points. When you can get that vig off some money line on a team that you think should beat them out, the Lions arguably have looked like one of the best offensive teams in the league for the past like 4 or 5 weeks. They might not be winning all their games, but they're putting up a lot of points, and I think it could come down to who has the ball last. And I've seen a lot of better coaching coming from Man Campbell. He's kind of like buckled down and become aggressive in points they should be aggressive, and kind of came back to like a more conservative style when they need to be conservative. So altogether, just the Lions have been clicking really hard. St. Brown's been balling. Swift has been getting some in the action. We did call early on. Jamal Williams has been absolute thug in fantasy.
He has.
So
This podcast called the Jamal Williams insane. I think Chris, you said this dude should have been going in the second or third round in fantasy drafts.
I did say that. He was really dominating Hard Knocks and brought that emotional energy to the team, and he really embodied Dan Campbell as a coach. And I just had this gut feeling that I was going to have a good year.
I think a lot of more people are going to start watching anime after they see the performance.
yeah,
Jamal Williams been putting up, dude. They can watch all
Hot
the
takes.
Shonen, jump on your Naruto, jump on your One Piece.
Naruto
yeah.
stock is going through the roof this offseason. Down with reality TV and up with anime.
What village do you
Definitely.
think Jamal Williams is from?
Well, I mean, most of the black people are from the village hidden in the sky, so I don't want to be. I don't want to be
The clouds.
the cloud village. So I'm not gonna point him to a specific region. He could be a roamer, but the show seems like when you have your color, you stay in your spot.
Were there any
And-
people of color in the Leaf Village? They were just like
No, they were all like they were like Americanized. It seemed like they were like the most Americanized village.
Beverly Hills. Over in
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I like the Lions in this game. That's my
and
favorite.
Jamison Williams.
He's back.
He's back. He actually
is back.
played
First
in
round
the
pick.
last game. It did not catch a pass, but
He's warming up the
look out
legs,
for that,
dude.
dude.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta
Number,
get-
this guy, number 9, man. Number 9. Look for number 9.
He
on the
should be
Detroit
good.
Lions.
He should be really good. I think
He was
he'll-
the first receiver taken off the
Yeah.
board.
Is
Yeah,
Goff
he's
looking like an
fast,
above mid-tier
bro.
quarterback this season? He's putting up some points on all defenses. I haven't really seen many defenses that he couldn't shred. So
The Patriots.
yeah, the Patriots was bad. Yeah, that's true.
They got yeah.
But that's
What-
Belichick. He knows how to neutralize you and make you feel exposed. But all season, I actually kind of fucked up because we'll figure this out in a few minutes. But yeah, no, they've been an over team all season. Lions can just put up points. So I do think it comes down to who has the ball last, and that's just how I feel this week.
Yeah, Jared Goff has been playing pretty well too.
Tell
My
him how you
fa-
feel, Bernie.
yeah,
Hmm?
you big Lions guy.
Tell him-
You've always been
tell
high
him
on
how
the
you-
Lions.
I'm always this is like Chris taking the Chargers as his fave. So I feel like, oh no, you took
This
it.
is-
You took it as your
I
dog.
took him as
This
my
is-
dog. You
when
take
you-
the
when you hear-
Lions like
when-
it's your dog every week, dude.
I take the Lions like you take the Chargers.
Yeah.
This is your
So you're-
playoff hopeful. You're a
This is-
Saints fan, but then your B team is the Lions. So
B
you're
team is the
just
Lions.
like, isn't it?
Exactly.
I feel that. My fave this week, I got the Titans. The Titans are hosting the Jaguars this week. They pretty much dominate them every time they play. I think King Henry's going to have a hell of a game. Probably another 200 plus yard performance, maybe 3 touchdowns. my boy Ace knows this is true, and if he would have had him this week, he would
God.
be looking at a playoff berth in our fantasy league.
If I just could have won last week, I had Derek Henry.
I felt like this favorite fave was really easy for me, and I was surprised that you guys didn't also have this pick. And I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
they're
not sure
coming
why.
off of a bad loss. Mike Vrabel is going to have those guys jacked up.
Exactly, that too. And against the Jaguars, that's like their favorite team to play every year. Every team's got that team that they like to play. Like the Packers, they own the Bears. The Chiefs own the Chargers. They own the Broncos, and they own the Raiders. Like every
If you want
team's
to go
got their
player
team.
prop,
Yeah, the Patriots love playing the Jets for like 10 years straight.
Yeah, not anymore though.
if you want to
Not anymore.
player prop this week, Derrick Henry over 150, 3 touchdowns. Maybe let's 2 touchdowns. You don't want to get too greedy, but
He might get 3, dude.
I mean, against the Jaguars, he's good for 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry over 100, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just
I feel
book
like
that.
that's especially true with certain athletes. Like they have that team that they just like exponentially skew their numbers against, where they look like they had this amazing season, you know?
AJ Brown last week, man, against the Titans, just shit all over.
Shit all
No.
over. The GM got fired today, actually, for the Titans for getting rid of AJ Brown.
That's another reason why they're gonna win. You know, they're playing to,
Yeah.
you know.
Many
They're
many
playing
players look
smart
weird.
football.
Many players look weird when they go to a new team because they just look out of like touch with their uniform. AJ Brown, I can confirm, is the one player that looks 10 times doper in an Eagles uniform than he
Dude,
does
he looks
as a
so
Titans
sick.
uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The visor, man, the black visor looks so sick with the green.
Yeah.
That green,
The
yeah.
green and
yeah.
black jerseys. You know the
I
black
would be-
one, the alternative black? That one's sweaty, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were an
Very
Eagles
sweaty.
podcast or shit. Dude.
I'm talking like 13-year-old playing Fortnite, sweaty.
So sweaty, dude. Nasty.
Like on a school night.
What you guys got overs this week? Ace, what's your over?
Overs, big overs. We got a lot of low spreads this week. I'm seeing them all over the place.
A lot of weather games, right?
We got that Jaguars Titans game. Yeah, there's a lot of weather coming in. I think weather does play a factor. But I mean, I'm gonna go. You know, this one's really with my heart. Niners, Bucks. Book the over. It's crazy low right now. It's at 37 points.
That is really low.
That is really low for an NFL game. I mean, the Niners have weapons all over the field. I'm not that afraid of the Bucks defense, to be honest. We're kind of suspect in a lot of different ways. And, you know, even if the Niners don't score a lot of points, this could be a Tom Brady revenge game. We all know that guy. You're going with that guy. Was definitely a good percent chance that was Jimmy G that he was talking about when he went to the Buccaneers. So it could be a revenge game for Tom Brady. I think there's definitely going to be more than 37 points between the two teams. I mean, even that, what was the Saints Bucks got to 33.
Yeah.
I think they'll get to over 37.
You think Purdy's good for 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns?
No, but I think with McCaffrey, Debo, I'm calling a Debo rushing touchdown. I think Purdy will maybe throw one to McCaffrey. I'm not saying it's going to be super high scoring, but 37 points is pretty low for a team that has the weapons that the 49ers have, and then Tom Brady on the other side.
That pass rush of the 49ers. And Brady's like 46.
Yeah.
One thing that Brady can do is he neutralizes pass rush because the dude just gets the ball out in like 2.5 seconds.
He might be
Yeah.
playing harder too. He's from San Fran in the Bay Area, right? So he's probably got his family coming out to the game, his kids maybe.
Yeah.
Like gets the ball out. So I think he's going to be able to like neutralize some of that 49ers pass rush. I don't know if he's going to be able to take advantage of our back end because Mike Evans doesn't look like the same guy. Chris Godwin doesn't look like the same guy without Gronk. They look like a different team. So
Did you hear that too, Chris?
Yeah, that was so fast.
Is that-
I'm not even gonna edit that out.
First, yeah, that was
What?
sick. For some reason, your audio, I think it like repeated previous audio and combined it with new audio, and it was like,
Yeah.
it was like really
It was
fast.
so
And
cool.
I was like, damn, A-Shrey is like, he could be like an auctioneer, dude. He's like,
Yeah.
and $5.
and 38 points
Yeah.
over. Book it. 49ers Bucks.
Football family
Let's go.
loving Tom. Let's go, baby. Bernie,
I love
over
it.
the week.
this is what I realized I wrote down my over first, and then I wrote down the same fave, so I don't want to have I don't want to be double dipping with the Vikings Lions on this over, just because they are such an over team, and their defenses are shit. So I'll transition to a new over in real time. I like the Jags and the Titans at 41.5 points. Like you said, I could see Derrick Henry having a monster game, and the Jags have kind of leveled up their game a little bit. So I do think that their defense will not be as great, but their offense will kind of like throw some punches at least. I don't think it's going to be just a complete barn burner by the Tennessee Titans, even though I do think they're going to win. But I do think Trevor Lawrence has just looked a little bit more explosive as a quarterback. He's getting more in touch with his weapons at receiver. Etienne's been kind of slow, so I feel like a bounce back game for him is coming. Yeah.
It's looking like it's gonna be a rain game as well. We got 5 rain games this week, or 5 rain prediction games.
Well, exactly.
So.
Both these teams are running teams in a way.
So this is gonna be a good week to see if weather plays a part in these games, because it looks like there's a lot of rain going on.
Yeah, so raining where we live too. So we've been dealing with weather this podcast, and it hasn't affected us. So we'll see how it affects the players in real time.
Southern California is just getting flooded.
We're getting cooked, bro. We had to bring in our light up pig that we got for Christmas. We didn't want rain to go on it, so we had to wheel it inside because of these harsh conditions that we're dealing with.
What'd you name the pig?
Wilbur, I think. Kept it classic.
Is that a pig? Is that already a pig's name from something?
Yeah, it's like a Disney.
Swag. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My third grade literature class was just ringing in my head when you said that.
No creativity. We just try to keep it neutral. We didn't want people to think of otherwise. We wanted his name to be just really on point of the brand of type of pig he is.
We are who we thought we were.
Wilbur is him.
He's him.
Yeah.
Who was your pick? What was the over again on your number?
The over was Jags and Titans at 41.5. Also low scoring. That's very low scoring. I could see each of these teams putting up at least 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
Or at max. I feel confident in 3 touchdowns from each of these teams.
I could see that.
That'll get you to exactly 42 points.
Yeah, so it's 41.5. So it's perfect.
Sure, I'm not gonna miss a PAT in the rain.
PATs will be missed, but maybe Trevor Lawrence gets safety a couple times. So it's so wet out there. That luscious hair. We gotta figure out, maybe there's a player prop if he leaves in like a leave-in condition before he goes out there, so it doesn't start to frizz up in that condition. I think this is the real questions that all the females who watch the pod should be asking. What kind of leave-in conditioner will Trevor Lawrence be using before he enters the rainy game versus the Tennessee Titans? Please leave it in the comments. We love to.
Yeah, I wonder what the humidity has an effect on his gameplay. His hair gets all frizzy before the game. He's thrown off. Someone should look into these stats.
Well, static, bro. I mean, he might be able to rub off some people, shock some defensive ends who kind of come in pretty quickly. So it could be a defense mechanism, if anything. Kind of just
he comes out with like a fro.
Yeah. It just starts shocking people.
It's like it got to me, man.
Yeah. Damn Head and Shoulders isn't as good as they thought it was in the rain.
The 3-in-1 body wash, shampoo, conditioner isn't good.
Yeah, and carpet cleaner. It's the carpet cleaner, and you cleans your dog too. You're just using it for everything.
We got weather reports, product reports. We got a little everything this week. I got a favorite fave for you, and a little weather report.
I'll run over.
This is the Ready Set Spread weather forecast. The Houston Texans are making the long trip to the Dallas Cowboys. The weather conditions is looking like a 0% chance of precipitation, with a 100% chance of Cowboys thunder. Let's play the over 45 points this week. Make us wet, Cowboys. Make us wet. I got the Cowboys absolutely dominating the Texans this week at home. We got 45 points. That's it. They're just going to shellac them. Davis Mills is going to throw 2 defensive picks, probably pick sixes. Micah Parsons.
Davis Mills. You mean Kyle
Allen? Did Davis Mills get sat down?
Mills Mafia has been retired. The cleats have been hung up in the rafters of Houston, and it is now Kyle Allen time. Former Panther, And
He's not
was he on
bad,
the
huh?
Rams?
He wasn't a bad Panther.
No, he was.
I mean, did you watch last week's game?
Yeah,
That
he
was
came
pretty
on.
bad. Yeah, yeah.
He came on at a
They had
time when the Panthers
two
when
Browns
they were duty.
Yeah, yeah. Is he the one that threw the 2 pick sixes?
There were one pick six. I don't know who fumbled, but
Oh.
somebody did. He
Well.
was the man that executed those 8 points. I think the defense scored. They got a safety. They kicked a field goal, 2 field goals and a safety.
Well, I'm riding high on that. Like, imagine the Cowboys defense doing the same thing against the Texans, and then Dak just throwing like touchdown after touchdown to Michael Gallup and CD Lamb.
That was mean.
And CD Lamb, maybe some Pollard balls. Pollard's balling out too.
You're beating a dead horse over here, dude. It's over.
I got two dead horses right next to me.
You're not gonna like my under.
Hey, no personal vendettas here. Come on.
That's not personal. I wrote this down before you even made your call, but I will say that was your best take of all of them. I'll be using that one for.
Thank
clip.
you. That's actually my TikTok.
Clean delivery.
It felt better in the moment, you know. I felt comfortable with you guys around me. I think it really brought out the best of me. You guys bring out the best in me. You bring out the best in me, Bernie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I swear you bring out the worst in me.
Also, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Next time I'm watching a game that matters, I'm gonna be as far away from you as I possibly can.
I know.
I swear to God.
I kind of commented too by texting you, being like, "Oh, bro, our defense and our kicker are bringing us into the championship."
Yeah, Greg.
Because my kicker had 18 points and your defense had 30, and I was like, "There's no way I should."
You texted Ace that? I need receipts, bro. I need receipts.
I forgot to plug that my defense and my kicker scored 44 points, and I still lost.
Oh my God.
Started the Browns defense and Young Ho, and still came up with an L because Derrick Henry and Chubb combined for 12. So
that was disgusting.
When that happens, you have no fucking shot. You have the 2 leading rushers in the NFL muster up like 50 yards.
That's insane. That's insane right there. And then
then
Jalen Waddle getting 1.7 points also was insane. Insane.
Michael Gallup scored more than Henry and Chubb combined.
So sad. So sad. Let's move to something more positive, guys. Do you guys got unders this week?
I do. Do you want to lead it off? Or actually, I'll lead it off just because you had that over and my transition perfectly to my under.
Perfect.
I have the Texans and the Cowboys at 44.5 points. I do think this game will be an under just because the spread is so massive. 17 points. That's huge. Any game over 9.5. I've been running this hack the past few times and it's worked. Whenever you see a game with that big of a spread, you hammer the dog to cover and the under. Parlay that shit because Cowboys will probably take off early in this game, and they're gonna take their foot off the gas because they're not trying to have any injuries going against the Texans. Their team is dog water. They have no chance at winning this game in any fashion. But the Texans, I'm sure they wake up that morning in Houston or Dallas, wherever the game's at. It's a neighboring state. Newspaper
Dallas.
comes in. They got the articles, and you see a 17.5 point against a team that's in your own state. Embarrassing. Your defense is going to come out firing. They do not want to be publicly humiliated by majority Cowboy fans who are probably in that area. So I do think the defense will step it up. I do not think Kyle Allen will play well, but I think that this game will just be low scoring just because the Cowboys just do not want to grease them up that hard and, just fist it in there.
We got a little battle going on right now. We can call it.
What do you do?
I got over, you got under. Let's see what happens. I think the Texans are so bad that it's going to go over 45. How many points did they score against they scored over 45 points against the Colts alone.
Yeah, but the Colts actually have some. It's not in your state game. The spread wasn't that massive. It was only like 8 points.
And what time is this game being played at? Because I think that'll have.
This game's at 10 a.m.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen is the Cowboys are gonna go up 3 touchdowns. They're gonna pull their starters.
Yeah.
In like the third quarter. I think the Cowboys were just clowning on the Colts because it was on Sunday Night Football.
It's prime
and
time.
They kind of just wanted to embarrass them. Jerry Jones was like, "No, we're not pulling anybody."
Yeah.
They were throwing bombs in the fourth when that was insane that they were still going up.
Like, yeah, like they let Michael Gallup get another touchdown for no reason.
Yeah.
You know how the Cowboys like to front run, they like to show off. It's
Yeah.
Sunday Night Football. They were kicking the shit out of the Colts. I think in this Texans game, they'll pull
Oh.
their starters probably by the end of the third, and then that'll give them some time to cover the spread.
You know what? Their corner is actually out for the season. Brown, he's out.
Anthony Brown. And
so that might be big.
Jordan Lewis. They lost Jordan Lewis earlier in the year. He was actually one of their corner. I think he might have been starting over Brown, but they lost. Now they're down both of them.
They only have Diggs.
Watch out for Boss Man Fat. No, Boss Man Fat.
I don't even think it matters who's playing corner. They
you
get
guys know
such
who-
an
you guys
insane
know-
pass rush that it doesn't matter.
Boss is the rapper.
Do you guys know? Kelvin
Part-
Joseph?
Part
Boss
rapper.
Man Fat? This dude was in the car during a drive-by shooting.
Oh,
less
that
than a year
guy.
ago.
Yeah.
Boss Man Fat. You know, his bars are actually not bad. Go on SoundCloud, type in Boss Man Fat, or go on YouTube, Boss Man Fat.
All right.
Plug it.
Shout out.
Tell me it's Brian Robinson. You know, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I wonder if he kept the bullets.
I wouldn't do that.
No, you got to load him back into the clip. You know?
Yeah, maybe make a necklace out of them.
That would be pretty sick, actually.
Or
If he
like
got if
earrings?
Brian Robinson got shot, he should get the bullet and make it into a necklace and wear it just as like an homage to his NFL career that he's actually a baller, dude. I'm gonna try and get him next year in fantasy.
The guy's bulletproof the way he runs.
Oh, that's a good take.
I mean,
That's a hot
obviously.
take. Brian
That's a
Robinson,
really good take.
bulletproof.
Brian Robinson is a superhero.
that
He's
should-
bulletproof.
That should be his nickname, bulletproof.
Yeah, bro, that'd be a dope ass nickname. I like that.
That is. Man, you should tweet that. Ace, who's your under?
So I'm gonna keep it very simple this week. This under has hit. I mean, I can't even speak on how many weeks the Broncos under has hit.
They're dominating the
I
under,
mean,
huh?
Yeah, they are under gods this year. Any team that plays the Broncos, any game, just book the under. Don't even think about it. I don't care if it's the Chiefs. It could be
the Chiefs.
It could be. I mean, it could be the 07 Patriots, dude. The undefeated season. I mean, I don't care who it is. If they're playing the 2022 Broncos, it's going under. Broncos, I'm giving them. Do you think 10 points? Do you think they can get 10?
No, I would say 6. But I also think that's an amazing one. That's a really good one because it's in
wanna hear
Denver
the stat?
also.
You guys want to hear the stat?
It's
Yeah,
in
what's the-
Denver.
What's the number?
So this stat. Oh yeah, give him the number first.
It's 43.
It's 43 points.
43.
That is high for a Broncos game.
The
I don't
Chiefs
know if
scored. The
Broncos
Chiefs
game-
scored, bro.
Has a Broncos game hit 43 points all season? When was the last time they hit 43 points?
I don't think so.
So
Let me pull
They
this.
haven't even played the Chiefs yet, I don't think, this year. So we'll see how.
in week 1, 2013, when Peyton Manning was the quarterback of the Denver Broncos, he threw 7 touchdowns in his first game. It is week 13 right now, and Russell Wilson has 8 total touchdowns thrown.
Oh. And how many toilets does he have in his house? 12?
Holy shit.
I feel like Russell Wilson shits in a litter box. He just seems like a furry weirdo. So
The
Shout-
Broncos, a Broncos game has not.
Does Sierra
The
claim
only
it?
Broncos game that has only that's gone over 43 points was the Broncos Raiders 32-23. Every other game, not a single game has broken 40 points
Damn.
all season. Only one game has gone over
Yeah.
40 for the Broncos this
I-
entire season.
I
That's
think the
crazy.
Chiefs are going to have a day also. Chris Jones is
Yeah,
going
it's
to have
gonna.
a...
their pass defense is pretty good on the Broncos, though.
They're a good
they're actually
team.
one
They
of
have
the-
a
Broncos,
very solid
They're actually
team.
one of the better defenses. I could see this game for
no,
sure
they,
being an
they
under.
have
That's-
they have the number one defense.
yeah.
According to points, the Niners have it, I think, on yards, but points, Broncos have the number one defense in the NFL, but they also have the 32nd ranked offense in the NFL.
So Russell Wilson's just really
Yeah.
good at being so bad at offense that the other teams are like, well, fuck, let's just throw out our playbook and just run random plays and look like shit. That's the only reason why their defense looks good, is because other teams just take their foot off the gas when they see how abysmal the Broncos offense looks.
Who's
I
getting
mean,
fired
let
first?
me give
Nathaniel
you the last
Hackett?
5 games.
Okay, go. You go.
I mean, they had 9, 10, 16, 10, 21, 9 again, 16-9. They've scored 9 points.
Wait, they scored
3
21
times
against
this
the
season.
Chargers, huh?
No, it's against the Jags.
Oh, damn.
They scored 16 against the Chargers.
That's
They
pretty
have
bad.
they've scored under 12 points 5 times this year.
It sounds like they
Which is
play pretty well against
abysmal.
divisional opponents overall, though.
Yeah, they got straight losses.
I don't know what pretty well means. Does that mean like
Have they lost every game against divisional? Or no, they beat.
They beat the
No.
Raiders, I think.
No, they did.
They lost to the Raiders.
They lost to the Raiders twice.
Yeah, they lost to the Chargers.
They haven't played the Chiefs yet. They haven't played the Chiefs yet at all.
They haven't
It
played the
looks
Chiefs
like,
at
yeah,
all.
They're 0-3 in divisional play. They have a lot of they got a lot of division. They got a lot of divisional.
Oh, they're
They got
fucked.
Chiefs twice and the Chargers.
This is
I
where
could see
Russell
them.
Wilson shows out.
Oh my god, dude! If he beats the Chargers, dude, I probably won't show my face for a while.
If Russell Wilson just destroys the Kansas City Chiefs, and then in the post-game interview he says nothing else but "Let's ride," we all have to buy jerseys.
I'm down.
You know,
Let's do it.
The
Let's do
49ers
it.
lost to the
Yeah.
lost to the Broncos.
That's
early
our.
in the
That's
What?
Our, this is our,
11-10.
Oh my god, who's
The
starting
Niners
quarterback?
lost to the Broncos.
this will
Trey
be our
Lance.
GG
Dude,
game.
dude.
Oh,
Jimmy did the step on the end line for the safety as he was throwing the pick six. Does anyone remember?
oh
that play?
yes, I do remember that play.
He threw a pick six that got negated by the safety. That he, yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Plug
Brock
that highlight
Purdy's
if you can too.
Brock Purdy might be a blessing in disguise. If you replay that play and then just put Brock Purdy in, you're feeling pretty
That's
good.
what I'm saying. My confidence level is pretty much at the exact same point that it was when we had Jimmy G. I mean, we're a good team, but we can't win shit
Yeah.
situations. So.
Shoot.
Alright, can we get your under, Chris? I'll try and make dinner in a few minutes. So
Sure.
if we could wrap it up.
All right. Sorry, Bernie. I know you
My
got
bad.
more
My bad.
important
I got,
things to do.
I got chicken marinating in the fridge right now.
It's gonna be very
Thanks
tender.
for waiting for me, guys.
It's gonna be
Thanks for waiting.
delicious. Oh,
We
of
got you,
course.
dog.
I felt more
Anything for the
prepared after
guests.
waiting.
Guess get the red carpet treatment. That's what we want from all of our guests.
That's right. Kings. All right, my under of the week is the Vikings at Lions. I have 53.5. I know you guys are thinking this is going to be a high-scoring game, right? Wrong. It's divisional, guys. We all know that you know how to play your divisional opponent very well. And let's take all logic out the window here. I know these offenses are very good and defenses are trash, but trust me, dude. It's going to be an under. 53
this
and a
is a
half is a lot
parallel-
of points.
This is a parallel universe game.
Is it
Parallel
opposite day?
universe. It's
Yeah.
opposite.
On Sunday?
Yeah,
Hey,
this is
I-
the
Or we're
What's
going
that?
opposite day?
what's
I
that
just-
show called? Where Universal Studios, the fucking Tower of Terror. What was that show called?
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Haunted Mansion.
No,
It is now.
No, when you dropped in the freaking.
It is the
elevator.
Tower of Terror. Yeah.
Yeah, but what
it
was that show called? It was the
Haunted Mansion. Adam's
I don't know.
family.
Yeah,
Universal-
whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is. That show is about shit that's not supposed to happen. So that's what this is.
The Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. This is Twilight Zone game.
Yeah.
Let's
Is that
cut.
the
Let's,
Twilight Zone?
Isn't it? Isn't that what it is?
yeah, it's a Twilight Zone. That show's about like random shit happening that's not supposed to happen. It's like super weird and
Yeah.
spooky and shit.
It's kind of like
Well,
Black Mirror, like today's
yeah,
Black Mirror.
cut to that point. Yeah, I like that take. We're one of us are gonna win this, so whoever wins gets Park Place.
Yeah, I
I
feel
think I
like
have it
you
right
and
now.
I have been a very opposite this week, Bernie.
I feel I actually drove to your house while you were downstairs, and I went in your room and I went opposite against you, all your picks, because very disappointed with last week's fantasy matchup. Couldn't
Mhm.
talk to you for 2 days. Absolutely embarrassed.
This is the first
it's hard
time
for me
we
to
caught
eat.
up.
I skipped dinner. Skipped breakfast. I'm just trying to get my mind and my body right.
Hey, you cut weight. You look good.
Thank you.
Look a little
Yeah,
slimmer.
sadness keeps you full, dude.
Sadness does keep you full.
I'm glad I kept you both
I'm full-
fulfilled.
Full with sadness. I hit the trifecta of depression last week. Saints loss, fantasy loss. Actually, I didn't bet, so it was just a doubled up. It was
Yeah.
I was double fisting with depression. It wasn't a trifecta.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be in the toilet bowl anyway. There's no guarantees in this league. Obviously, I feel like it would be poetic justice if Nick beat Mark or Bark in fantasy this week. It would be poetic justice.
Actually, that would make me feel really good on the inside, knowing that no matter what I did, it never really mattered.
It never really mattered. That would make us all feel good. You know what I'm saying?
I'm rooting for Nick.
At this point, I'm just glad I'm not in last place. I was in last place all season, so.
I think I was in last place for a week or two.
I was in last place, like I would say 90% of the year.
I've been really across the board. I went from like 11th to 3rd to like 6th to like 3rd back to like 12th. I don't think I was ever in last, but
I was in last like all year, and then literally every time there's a good like waiver wire, I wasn't in last place for that 1 week. Like Kenneth Walker didn't get him. Like I don't know.
Yeah, everyone go
Samaji
pick somebody
P.
up off
Top
the wire.
So for Mark,
I was like, why would you say
what
that?
does he need?
He needs running backs. Take all the running backs as running backs reduction. Just after every running back off the wire. I already looked into it, but I'm gonna go make some dinner, guys. So
right.
Chris, could you close this out?
Yeah. Hey, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Ready Set Spread. We'll see you guys in week 15 in Ready Set Spread. Smash that like button, punch that subscribe button. Thanks again, Ace, for being on this week's episode, and thank you, Beats by Mikey, for the music, opening and close.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Chase. Peace
Love
out,
you
guys.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Love you guys.
Fuck you, Chris. You beat me in fantasy. I hate you. Just kidding. I love you.
That's all I'm saying. I haven't even transitioned.